I've got a new tool to play with. This is the S2 laser from ACMER. Now this is going to be my first laser. I've never used a laser before. I don't even think I've actually witnessed one working in person. So this is going to be an experience. Never used Lightburn, even though I do use other imaging software, so hopefully that won't be too steep of a learning curve for me. Anyway, we're gonna get this unboxed and get it put together, and I'm gonna make a couple of things with my new laser and see what I think. In the box, you have your instruction manual. That's very important. Put that here. It's packaged well, a lot of nice foam. Okay, so let's start taking things out. Start with, this is the computer cable, safety glasses, nuts and bolts package. This is one of the motors for moving the laser around. We got the other side. Doesn't have a motor on it. That's going to be the little controller unit that you plug your computer into. It's the laser itself. Zip ties, some little wrenches, Allen wrenches, and a little reference for the distance for your laser. Focus reference, I guess is what that's gonna be called. And your power cable, not sure what those are. I'm gonna guess that these are feet or they're some sort of connector. Might be both, they have screw holes in them. I have a little guide rod. I might not know all the technical terms for this stuff, so if I'm saying something wrong, just let me know in the comments the correct name for it. Here's a few of the rails for this laser, and this is I assume this is the last rail that everything glides on. That feels nice, it glides nicely. Okay, get this out of the way and start putting this thing together. Hey look, I'm gonna learn what these things actually are. Optical access assembly is what they're calling this. I'm gonna call it the guide rod. I'm really impressed with these instructions. These instructions are just as good as any instructions for any Lego set. And so if you've ever used a Lego set, you know how precise and down to the finest detail step by step those are. And this is that way. It's a great set of instructions. It was easy to follow to put this together. Got an old piece of scrap wood I'm gonna put underneath it. All right, fits perfect, doesn't it? That way, I'm not gonna have an issue burning something that I don't want to be burned. Like I said earlier in the video, I have never done any laser engraving, laser cutting, so I'm not familiar with how it works. Never used Lightburn or any other software for laser engraving or laser cutting. So after the unboxing, I took a few hours to familiarize myself with the software and the machine, did a little bit of practice so I know what's going on. Now I really am ready to cut something, or in this case, engrave something. I have some black powder-coated aluminum that I'm going to engrave my logo into, and what it will do is it will cut through this powder coating and it will expose the logo in the underlying aluminum metal. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little setting tool, and you'll take off the little piece on the bottom of the laser. Now this is connected just by magnets, so it's nothing crazy. You're going to set your guide, and what this does is you'll undo the thumb screw and lower the laser until it's setting on it. And when it's set on it, you'll tighten it back up. Now what we've done is we have put the laser's focal point right there on the surface of the material, right exactly where it needs to be. So that's how we align that on the laser. And we just slide that back under. That's good to go. Make sure my workpiece is in place. And then I will come over to Lightburn. I already have everything loaded. I'm going to tell Lightburn, let's send the laser back home. So it's going to put the laser back down here at home. I'm going to hit go, and it's going to start cutting my logo into this 12-inch by 12-inch piece of aluminum. So here we go. So here's a few of the things I did with the laser with my first time with it. First time out, I took the piece of sample wood that they sent with the laser and started doing my logo. Problem I ran into with this is that this wood is warped. I don't know if you can tell, it's bowed, and so it wasn't sitting flat on the surface here. And it got to this point, the laser was coming across and started hitting the board and moved. That's why I didn't complete this, but it was a good first trial run. Then I grabbed some oxidized aluminum and made this 12 by 12 logo on it. It turned out amazing. You can see where I started a second pass, but then decided I wanted to move and do something different. Just kind of experimenting and playing with it as I learned the software. Then my kids wanted me to cut some stuff out, and so I did. Now this is 3mm basswood. This laser is capable of cutting up to 4mm basswood. It did a great job, did it quickly. I cut out a horse and a car for my kids. This is the car, and of course my son has grabbed it and already painted it. Pretty good job for a 4-year-old, right? Okay, so then I moved on up and cut out my logo through the basswood. I like the result. It did a great job. Look at how tiny that is, and did a great job with that. My plan is to actually cut a full-size logo out of this 12 by 12 basswood. I've got a bunch of sheets of it. One thing I am gonna have to do is go into my vectoring software and figure out how to connect this wood piece here in my W so I don't have that drop out, but that's part of learning on these lasers. Is now it's not just a logo on a screen. I have to figure out how to make sure to keep the wood connected so everything doesn't fall apart. After that, I did another logo, and then I did my QR code that takes you to my website and a test grid on that as well. I'm really happy with the results of the QR code. Probably gonna cut this out, attach it to a nice piece of wood so I'll have a nice display piece QR code if I happen to do trade shows or anything like that. Then the latest thing I did yesterday is I took several pictures of my son and transposed them onto this piece of basswood. As you can see, the wood, I could probably do another pass to make this even sharper. The wood has some grains that are a little bit stronger than other grains, and so you can see the wood grain still in the laser burns here. But it's a great result. I'm super happy with the result on that. And right now, I am doing a family photo on the oxidized aluminum, and it is already looking really awesome. I'm really excited on what the results of this is going to be. I'm learning it right now, so it's going to take a while to really get dialed in on all the stuff to do with the laser. It's got me super excited on using the laser in my woodworking business, whether I'm doing custom monograms on cutting boards, charcuterie boards, or any of the other work pieces I use. This thing's going to come in handy. I got so excited. My wife was like, that thing's awesome. I'm tired of using stickers on our kids' cups at school, so order the roller so you can engrave their names on their cups. I actually went in, ordered that a couple of days ago. That's actually supposed to be in here later today. And I also ordered the honeycomb bed for it so I can get rid of this MDF and have something that's going to function better than this. If you're in the market for a good entry-level laser, and like I said, entry level, but my experience with this has been awesome. With somebody who's never used a laser before, it took me probably less than 30 minutes to get the actual laser put together. And then it took me a little while with the software. I played with it for a few hours before I got confident enough to try to actually get stuff going here. It's a great laser to get started with. I'm gonna be putting this thing to work. It's probably gonna be working quite a few hours every day, and I'm excited to possibly upgrade to some larger ones in the future and see what that can do for my business. Great option. You should check it out if you're looking for a good entry-level laser.